woman loses value when she has two baby daddies.
Women actually expect men to do emotional labor now. We expect men to work on themselves, and the men think that's too much to ask.
You're going to have awesome character. You're going to have to be a good person. You're going to have to learn what working hard is.
Do you think she has aunts and uncles that teach her that feminist lifestyle?
If a man ever calls you crazy or psychotic or anything relating to those two words, it's actually just his insecurity taking over.
Hey guys, welcome back to Motor Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
A woman loses value when she has two baby daddies.
Oh, absolutely.
Is the dumbest shit I ever heard. That just means she must got some ass coochie. And baby, the only thing she lost was two men that ain't shit.
This is the thinking of some of these women. That must mean she got some good. No, that's the thinking of someone that's ghettofied. We already know the deal. When you have two baby daddies, that's not good at all. Unless you're still with the second baby daddy and you don't break up. Like at that time, we should see some wedding bells. We should see all of the above. When it comes to being in a long-term relationship, wedding ring, everything happening, that needs to be going on. Or you failed.
My point exactly.
Let me tell you something. Us women have these men shaking in their boots right now. They are scared, honey. Shivering. Women actually expect men to do emotional labor now. We expect men to work on themselves, and the men think that's too much to ask. Back in the day, men could earn, women couldn't work, so we needed men. Now we're in a place in society where we don't actually need men.
Tate's advice for unmarriage for American men.
Find a girlfriend, have a child, fly back to America. When she says she wants to move to America, say no. Work, go visit, be a family man when you can be a family man. Do not face the fear of divorce rate. Keep your freedom, live your good life, and be fine without worrying about losing the house, getting destroyed financially. Go to parts in Northern Africa. You can go to Asia. Go over there and have your family and protect yourself. Anything else is going to end up with you financially decimated or desperate in a sexless marriage. That's the unfortunate reality of the Western world.
You know, we'd like a partner, but we don't actually need men. And I think that's got men really scared right now.
That's a who's that?
Because if we don't need you, we need to want you. To want you, you need to be likable.
Look at you.
And I think they're struggling with that. And that's why I always laugh at the gold digger conversation, because there's no gold to dig. And me and you both know there is no gold there to dig. So I'm not here for gold. Back in the day, the men would provide. You cannot even manage that. So we're not here for gold, babe. And I think men are really struggling with this because we're almost asking for too much. Asking for you to support us emotionally, you know, be emotionally intelligent. It's too much for them. Why do women suddenly want so much? It's just, they're mind-boggled, bamboozled. So this is just a reminder, your standards aren't too high.
Problem with your attitude is why.
Your standards aren't too high. The bar is in hell for men. Your standards are not too high. Keep your standards where they're at, and the right man will find you, okay? And don't let these men bully you out of gold digging, because, girl, where's the gold?
Yes, there is no gold at all. Women have taken all the gold. And you know what's wild? I seen a video today. It said, if women right now are making financially more and the men are the ones struggling, right? And I'm not saying I'm not okay with this because of the way I provide for my wife and the way I can provide, even if I was in the States. But hear me out now. If women are making all this money now because there's no gold to dig, they've taken all the gold. Are these women going to allow guys to be soft? Are they going to allow guys to come into the picture like how women used to? No, not at all. Because they want the man to make up to where they are. Like women, you have some women starting to make 80, if not more. Definitely more in certain places. 100,000, right? Are you going to provide that man a soft life?
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
A lot of women aren't. because they want a man to meet them here or be above. And you want a man to meet you here, even looking like how you do. No offense to you, but you don't have to catch me out. What are you expecting? And this man explains it right here.
What's interesting is that women have been able to take the positions of power that men have traditionally taken, but they don't want the responsibility of breadwinner in like a relationship or household. They still want the guy to do it. And men have taken those positions, but men are allowed to take the feminine role. Because I don't know many women out here, stay-at-home husband. Women are actually out-earning men. Women are out-earning their male counterparts. So when they go on a date, they still expect the man to pay. Choices and trade-offs, right? So if you want to be the high earner, the likelihood is that for the average relationship.
So you heard that? They're making the same amount of money, if not more. And then they go out to dinner and still want the man to pay. What's up with that? Because she's saying emotional intelligence. But for the most part, that's not what women want. They want a man to give more. Hence, digging the gold, as the woman was just saying. We're not doing that. Where's the gold? You took it all. So are you going to turn around and pay that bill?
If you're a high earner, you're going to be the highest earner. So I guess guys would ask, like, it's so hard to be the provider if you have worked to be in that position and maybe he isn't. Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yes. Because more men do need to ask that. Wait a minute. Oh, so you're this, you're this. Where's the gold? Really, it's time to flip it now. Guys really need to get in their soft guy era. Women have worked for it, right? Women have worked for it. They fought for it. They went hard for it. But then, oh no, 50-50. No. There are a lot of emotionally intelligent men out there. It's just most of you women don't want that man. Now think about that.
If you ever wondered why some young girls grow up to be hyper-masculine women with attitude problems and they have a hard time changing, this is exactly why. The video I'm about to show you is the perfect example of what a lot of these women were missing when they were growing up, in the form of a strong father figure.
Now look, I got something to tell you, and don't get upset, because it's for you. I'm taking you out of gymnastics for the rest of this month. Keep running. Keep running. Come on. Relax. Stop crying. Guess what? It's for you. You've been walking around here like you know everything. You've been acting all arrogant. You got this attitude. Your grades been slipping. It ain't just about because you can flip. That ain't what it's about. You really want to do this, you're going to have a good attitude. You're going to have awesome character. You're going to have to be a good person. You're going to have to learn what working hard is.
Now, to some people, what this father did to his child might seem harsh, but this is exactly the kind of parenting, discipline, and correction young kids need growing up, even and especially young girls. Without patriarchal discipline in the form of a strong male figure in their lives, young girls will be enabled to developing bad behaviors, and most of the time it's in the form of toxic femininity. Things like having attitude problems, developing an ego, even getting pregnant early are more likely to happen when there isn't a strong father figure in the home. As much as young boys desperately need masculine parenting and discipline in their lives, so do young girls, and this was a good example of that.
Yes, the patriarchy is needed. Where we've gotten away from it, you have some women fighting against the patriarchy when they don't realize that's what made people have structure. And I'm not talking about the system, I'm talking about the man in general, right? You fought so hard to hush the man up and didn't realize he was needed. Even look at society. Take men out of it. Of course, little girls need it. Let me stick to that. Little girls do need that, right? Little boys need it as well. But on a bigger scale, take men out of society, it crumbles. It does. As you see on a parental level especially, right? If a man is there in a picture, the kids grow up fine. Of course, a woman is needed, but men still don't turn around and say, oh, we don't need women. Why? Because we have sense, right? A man knows he needs a woman. And these little kids need their fathers around. So what's happening nowadays with divorce running rampant, a lot of times they're waiting until the children are older, but still, fathers are being taken out of the home, and it's really starting to be the end of society. We don't see it now, but those winter days are coming.
If a man ever calls you crazy or psychotic or anything relating to those two words, it's actually just his insecurity taking over. It's delusional. Because let me be the one to tell you that it is not you. Men are scared of powerful women, and if you are a woman who knows her worth, who knows what she deserves, who knows what she needs, and you are independent, they're terrified of that. And if you know that you're independent and you know that you're a powerful woman, I am telling you that will make you just 20 times hotter. And if this man, whether you're talking or in a relationship, is trying to accuse you or gaslight you about being crazy or psychotic, he's just surprised that he pulled you and he's just scared to lose you. And this man is going to do anything in his power to put you in your place and to have control and dominate that relationship. Now, a lot of men like women who are more submissive, like women that they can tell what to do, women that they can control. And if you're an independent woman, they are not going to know what to do. And that's going to cause them to be really insecure because, one, like I said, they're just going to be surprised that they pulled you. And two, again, they're just not going to know what to do, so they're just going to do anything to make you sound like you are the problem when they are in fact the problem.
The delusions.
And a lot of times this is going to cause them to spiral because they're going to try and find someone who they can control and who will listen to them because they're too insecure to deal with an independent woman. And I'm going to tell you, as much as you love this man, as much as you think you love this man, like, he is not your man. I'm telling you that. Like, you do not want a man who's going to be insecure because of the way you act and the way you are independent and the way that you carry yourself. And I'm telling you that that is not your issue. It is not your problem at all whatsoever that this man is so insecure about himself that he cannot deal with you. Like, you don't have to change for anything, because you will find a man who will be able to deal with you.
We are doomed.
And I use deal with like pretty loosely. I mean, like, you will find a man who will love you, who is secure with himself and who just accepts you because you're independent and you know your worth. And you need to find a man who mimics that. You need to find a man who's confident with himself and secure.
This young girl sounds like she's reading from a script. It's the playbook, really. She has the playbook in her hand. She just learned it. She's young. She just learned it. Is she in her children's room, or is that her bunk bed she shares with her twin sister? You see the bunk bed right there? That's how it comes across. Like, she's studying. She got the Modern Woman playbook, and she's reading off of it and trying to be she's a new woman coach. That's what it sounds like. She read out a woman coach playbook from the other women coaches out there and said, I can make this happen. I can make a career out of this. But no, this is what's happening, right? She is telling women to go down the wrong road. Why is it like so many women are saying, no, woman, go down the wrong road? And you have so many other women too telling them to go down the right road. It's weird. Think about it. Why is there a woman that think like I do? And those are the women that have men. Really, really think hard about it. And why the women that are soft, they agree with what I agree with and usually end up married in a long-term relationships. And then think about your grandmother, right? And how that lasts and your grandfather's still around. And then look at your family and go, because I know everybody has that in their family. Wait a minute. So my aunt thinks the way I do and she doesn't have a man, but my grandmother doesn't think like that and she has a man. And then go, wow, maybe I need to listen to my grandmother and see what she has to say about things, not my feminist aunt. But most women don't think that way because they want to be told. That feminist aunt is telling you, no, you can have your cake and eat it too. And that's just simply not the truth.
Don't you agree, Mr. Feather?
Word.
Well, guys, look at this woman. See? It's an example of a woman that's happy. She doesn't think like this. He went to go get her, and he's happy. Do you think she thinks that way? Do you think she has aunts and uncles that teach her that feminist lifestyle? Oh, you're independent? Because don't get me wrong, the woman here, extremely independent. Don't need a man for nothing. Same thing in Brazil. I just showed a video 2 days ago. Woman said, I don't need a man to pay my bills. But they want a man. Yes, they want a man. And how do they show they want a man? By giving in. Call it a pick me, call it whatever you want. Women that give in and women that adhere and women that get on a man's program are the women that get chosen. And guys are leaving to go choose that woman because they realize
This is the way.
passport, bro. Passport. No. It's definitely more to life than dealing with feminist women like you.
Brothers! What we do in life echoes in eternity.